Wagwan, Pifting, how we all doing? Welcome back to Pom and Oz. Oh, we're all doing really well. Bit smiley today. Usually I'm old biscuit arsed. I have been a bit grumpy the last couple of weeks. But anyway, we're doing the EPL, the round ball. So good. So if you are new around here, please drop a like, please drop a subscribe. It really helps me out. It's grouse as well in COVID times to know that I've got over 1,400 of you that are keeping me company. So that's really good because I don't think I've had social interaction for a while. It's starting to get a bit weird. So what we do here, we take a little bit of a preview. We're going to do a little bit differently each week. We're going to try and find a methodology that works. So I thought what we do is we're going to go through each game, talk a little bit about it, and basically just do a general preview. So we start off tonight. I'll be live streaming this game at the Etihad tonight, 12:30 UK time. That's 9:30 our time. And we got City there entertaining Arsenal. So it's a tough game. Last week wasn't he good, was it, for Arsenal? Obviously it was a real tough game. Chelsea did systematically pick them apart. And also, if you look at the game in itself as well, the amount of space that Saka leaves down there as well with Tierney, down their right flank, their left, down the right, for the opposition is just, for me, an alarming state because down that flank, you're going to have your Mahrez's, your Walkers, particularly as well, your Kyle Walkers go down there. And I look at this game and I just feel like it's danger for Arsenal. I'm going to tip this one 3-1. I think it'll be a 3-1 game to City, obviously. I mean, when you look at the key player statistics as well, I mean, you've got Fernando Torres at the moment, averaging about 4 shots on target. You've got Gabriel Jesus, 3. I expect to see Sterling and De Bruyne there, 3 as well. I can't see how Arsenal can stop them. So, yeah, I think it'll be a foregone conclusion. And if you want a goal scorer, I'm going to say Torres for 2. Then we go Villa Park, and we got the Villa. They host Brentford. Now, this is a really intriguing game for me. I really enjoy these types of games, really. When you look at them, they're, on paper, quite an evenly matched side. Now, it's really interesting as well when you've seen how Brentford have played. They play that 3-5-2, don't they? They give it a go. I just think, though, when you look at this game on paper, I think when you've seen them come up to the Premier League, it's a different ball game in the Championship. I have to say it's probably the largest gap in probably world sport from them levels. It's a huge level. And fair play to them. They're giving it a go. There's some really talented players in there as well. You've got, your Canos. You've got your Tony, who we know all about him. He hasn't quite fired. And even down the back, Pinnock and Ajer, they've been really solid and have their moments. But I look at this game and I think here that it's going to be 2-1 Villa. And I reckon Danny Ings is going to continue his run. I can't see how Brentford can stop them really when I look at it. And I think it's mirrored up, especially when you've got players like, El Ghazi, he's averaging 4 shots on target. You've got Traore as well, he's around 3 assists a game as well. 3 assist opportunities. I just think at the moment, for me, it's going to be worrying for Brentford. So I've got that one 2-1. Then we've got the Amex Stadium, beautiful part of the world as well, Brighton. They entertain Everton. I think this game, a lot of people are tipping, when I've looked at it, as I always do, they're really tipping the Brentford style. And I mean, I can see why, they go down the wings hard, really good from set pieces, which is Everton's weakness. But I just think when you look at the game style of Everton, they play a real direct game. They really are super aggressive as well. And when you look at Brighton, they really do concede a lot of shots outside the area. So for me, when I look at this game, I think it's going to be 2-0 Everton. And I'm going to back in Calvert-Lewin here to get a brace. That's my big pom call. I think that Everton just got too much. I think when you look as well, the spread of this side as well, when you've got, you've got Decor, you've got Townsend, Richarlison as well. They really do spread the play well. So I've got them there. think they'll win that one comfortably. Then we got Newcastle, Southampton, St James's Park. Another fantastic place to go as well. The Geordies really do entertain well. And this game has got draw written all over it, I think. And I think when you look at the potential lineups of this game as well, I've just got a feeling that when you look at Southampton's, they really do struggle to keep possession of the ball. And what you look at Newcastle are doing, they're looking to counter-attack quite heavily. They really look to break forward really quick. And I think that that's a susceptibility for Southampton. Southampton are definitely the better team. But I think with home advantage, all them Georges there, I'm going to pick this one as a 1-1 draw. I reckon I'm going to go really unsafe here. I reckon Big Cal Wilson will snag a goal in this one. But I think that one will be 1-1. Then we go to Carrow Road. Let's be having you. Norwich versus Leicester. Now, this game here, Norwich have really surprised me. I really enjoy what Norwich are about at the moment. I love what they're bringing to the table. I really love the 4-3-3 they're playing. It's really compact. It's tough to break down. There's some really talented players as well. I think they lack a real main man up forward, though. I think Pukki, he just doesn't quite cut it. Because they're very good defensively, but they lack really that direction into the box, I think. I really think when I look at them, they really should have gone. Like Adam Armstrong would have been a great get for them before he obviously didn't go to them. But I think that would have been someone I would have targeted if I was Norwich. Leicester, though, we know what they're good at. Very direct, very quick, attacking down the wings. They're really, really a very counter-offensive side. I've got this one 3-0 to Leicester. And again, we're going to go really safe here. I've got Vardy having a brace here. I think Vardy will have a day out. It'll be a bit of a Vardy party down at Carrow Road. And then we go to London Stadium. Probably one of my favourite derbies ever, I've got to say. West Ham Palace. I really like this game. Two sides that are real gritty. Two sides that are really determined, really exciting to watch. Now, what I've noticed about West Ham this year under old Vieira is he plays that kind of like, it's almost like a 4-3-3 that turns into a 4-4-2. And Zaha kind of just drops back, or Schlupp drops back into the midfield, and them two players, the main two. It's not quite working for them, and I can see what he's trying to do, but I'm really confident that Palace will get better. But I'm confident here with West Ham. I think West Ham are playing sensational football. They're really exciting to watch. They really are giving it a go. They're really direct as well with the way they play. They're creating opportunities. They're a supreme side, especially when you see as well how they counter-attack, and they really use both of them flanks well. Ben Rama as well has been sensational for them. Mikel Antonio as well has been absolutely sensational as well. How he doesn't get into the England team is beyond me. I'm going to back here, a big one here. I'm going to go 3-1. And I think they'll get their first goal this year, Old Palace. But I do think Antonio's going to get a brace. I think he'll absolutely tear this game up. I can see the susceptibility down the back for West Ham. I think West Ham are going to start to become a high-scoring side. Then we go to Anfield. And we've got Liverpool versus Chelsea. Now, this should be a ripping tie. Both of these sides are playing really positive football. They need no introduction, though, do they, both of these sides, really? What you see is what you get. Chelsea have really impressed me as well. They really hold the possession well. Tuchel makes it really hard to score against, but he also has a real direct style of play. It's a nice short passing, but it's quick. It's intensive. It's not sitting back, and I really enjoy it. And then when they get the lead, they can control possession so well. Very similar to Liverpool. Now, Liverpool's strength, though, is that counter-press. They really do press high up the ground. They really do it. I think this game is going to be a really intriguing game. And against my better judgment, I'm going to actually tip Chelsea here. I think if they can snag the early goal, I think Lukaku is a great matchup as well for Van Dijk as well down the back. I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea here. I'm going to back against the grain. And I'm going to back Lukaku to score in this one. I think Lukaku will get the goal. Then we got a Turf Moor, another great ground, real good, authentic ground. If you do get a chance to visit England, please visit some of these lesser, kind of established grounds in the terms of lesser, like talked about. Turf Moor's a really nice park. Burnley, they'll look after you there as well. Real good pie as well in there. They're hosting Leeds, another place that has an excellent pie. And this one, I think a lot of people are saying a draw. I've been seeing, I read everything there is about football. And I can see why. Because Burnley play a real rigid, regimented kind of game style. Well, you've got Leeds who play that really counterintuitive game style. Now, they haven't really hit the ground running. They had that draw against Everton last week, which was impressive. They did crew at the midweek. I think here that you're going to see a better Leeds United. I really do. And I can't see how Burnley can stop it. I think Bamford, he's a bit G'd as well with that. I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds here. I think Leeds will get the job done. I'm going to go old mate Rafinha to bag a goal here. I think 2-0. I like that one. I'm confident. Then we go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. What a horrible name. Spurs entertain Watford. Now, Spurs have been really, really kind of some ways impressive, some ways a little bit meh. But I'm a big fan of the way that Spurs go about it. And Watford, they play a positive brand, but I'm really, really confident when I say that I think that Spurs will come out real strong. Because Watford look to counter-attack. That's what they look to do. They're really looking to have the possession, which is kind of what Tottenham are doing now. And usually when you see two counter-attacking sides play, the side that counter-attacks the best from a free-flowing position usually ends up winning. So I think Tottenham will win this one. I've got this one down though as a 2-1. I think Spurs will win this one 2-1. I reckon Dele Alli's going to hit the score sheet in this game. I'm really confident of that one as well. Then we go to Molineux. Wolves versus United to finish the round. And United will be G'd by, obviously, CR7 returns. And that's always a positive thing. It's understated the influence of an acquisition, I always find. Now, look at how Wolves are playing. It's a real game style that you can get behind, I think. I mean, they create chances, really flowing. They've got a real good midfield that really does these creative, looks to bring as well players out of position and looking behind. United, the one thing that they've been lacking is a real sense of, I think, creativity and ability to hold possession. I think they give it up really a lot. And that's why I think the CR7 acquisition is really good. In his more senior years, he is starting to become that central target and he is that kind of cog, which I think is important because I think United strikers at the moment are kind of like out-wide players that play centrally. And I think it's a very niche thing. Mason Greenwood has done a remarkable job, but I think when you can have Ronaldo there offside him, it's going to be a real important thing. But that being said, they like to go through the middle. I think Wolves are in trouble here. I think United will return to form. I've got this one 2-0 United, and I think Greenwood will bag a goal here. They're my selections. These are the results from last week. Not such a bad week. We got a few goal scorers there. Got a few. I'm happy with it. I'll see you next week for the preview as well. Let me know your tips. Palm out.